I guess I can do
I'll take
picks
the
and
lead.
picks.
I'll take the lead. Alright, welcome. Yeah, you guys are gonna be behind, so I'm just gonna start it up. This is Ostensible versus CLG Hype Train Jr., and this is Dan, SSBM Zouster, Joe, and Vivek, Mr. Phenomenon, known on the commentary, and right away we're gonna get the first two bands. Renekton, the very obvious top lane bully, and Udyr, a very good early game jungler.
Yep. I don't actually know what anyone plays. So I guess I don't actually know if this is a target ban. Maybe they're afraid of Leopold, or Leopold 5 Jeff getting Renekton. I think he played Renekton.
He's definitely played
one of the
Renekton
games.
and Lulu to a pretty good extent.
Yeah.
Ziggs is targeted at Hard 163, who really did like a lot of work in their first game, and Leona. I actually like don't know who's doing what. I know Arliu is going to be 80 carry. I'm guessing top lane bully will be the top laner.
Yeah,
The
that
Yasuo
would
ban
seem
also targeting Hard 163. It's pretty smart, I would say. If you're gonna either go with blanket bans that hit everyone a little bit, or you're gonna just target one player who might prove to be weaker when they're not on the counter pick. So we'll see. It's interesting to see that they're not necessarily banning meta stuff. So you don't see like the purple team banning Braum or banning maybe a strong AD carry like Caitlyn, Witch, that are really benefited in 4.10, or even like Kassadin. So wow, that's a
that looks.
first pick.
I did not expect. I mean, I thought that was like a Blitzcrank hover, for the fans, but looks like people are gonna get what they want. Blitzcrank hype. I actually don't know which one of them's the support.
I'm gonna have to check the
On blue team.
It's kind of vague sometimes. There's Elise, no surprise. Deep, or I guess Dab. I'm just gonna call him Deep. It's too confusing. Is an accomplished Elise player, and of course, Evangelion Jr. is a strong Lucian player.
And I also know that Arliu, or Ray, he's also a pretty good Lucian player, or at least I've seen him play Lucian a lot, so maybe that had the secondary purpose of taking that champion away from Ray as well.
Okay, so I'm looking on this, and I think Diabetes 3 is going to be the support player. He is the captain of this team. Jason's not Jason. Kabosi looks to be their jungler. Arliu is their AD carry. Top lane bully is their mid laner. I don't know who's doing that. He or she is not on the roster. Okay, so
Might be a sub, yeah.
You see the Shyvana, who's a strong top laner. Not exactly a top lane, like, carry, so to speak, but she doesn't have any real counters. Like, Renekton isn't there, so she's definitely going to be pretty well. Karthus, the strong mid laner, of course.
Yeah.
Excellent scaling.
And looks like on purple team we're gonna see the Tristana Janna bot lane, and people say that Tristana is one of the nope, looks like they're going back over to the Tristana. Tristana's one of the better ADCs right now in patch 410, wouldn't you say?
Only thing is, like, they already have Lucian, so unless they're trying to go for a mid lane super burst, no, that's what, are they keeping it? I would be very surprised.
Oh wow, mid lane Tristana.
Wow, it certainly looks like a mid lane Tristana, unless you want to do like top lane, one of those. And of course, Janna, really, really strong season 2. Not so much now, but very good as a niche pick. Does that mean we're going to see a Shyvana or Jax jungle? Looks like a Shyvana. Unless they're going to switch.
Wow, so is that actually a Shyvana jungle?
Yeah. I don't know if they're going to swap. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, because Jack's jungle isn't very efficient, at least not early. And whereas Shyvana, she's not like the best jungler, she doesn't have the best ganks in the world, but she can clear the jungle pretty damn quickly.
For sure.
So, and yeah, it looks like they're hovering. He seems to be hovering over top laners. Ooh,
Wow.
Gragas.
No, I think that was gonna happen. You banned the Renekton, who is the lane counter to Jax, and I would be very surprised to not have Jax be in consideration. And yeah, top lane Jarvan is actually not bad at all. You build like a lot of auto attack reset stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You can build him as a bruiser, as a really offensive bruiser, and he does pretty well.
Yeah.
He provides a lot of utility. I want to talk about this Jinx. Jinx is just a really strong late game hyper carry. You get her rolling, and she's gonna kill everything. She will run you down. And with Shyvana, with her speed and Jax's ability to jump and his ability to catch people with his Trinity Force, damn, that's a scary looking late game team. And let's see. I think they're just trying to freaking troll us because. No, actually no. Yeah, Deep is gonna definitely trade with Elise to get Elise.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So, do you want to talk about like some key features?
Yeah, I'm gonna see. It looks like there's not much trading going on, so I guess that means that's a top lane Elise.
Oh.
Actually, and I don't know. Top lane Elise isn't too bad. Like she can harass Jax and doesn't really even need to build damage. Can just build straight tank with some magic penetration.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, so Jax might have a bit of a tough time handling all the poke from Elise. And the other nice thing is that even when she runs out of mana, she can just sit there and farm in her spider form. So that's the top lane matchup. I don't really know what Karthus versus Tristana would be like. I mean, I've never seen that.
Well, as far as there it is. Yep, I knew they were fucking trolling.
Oh, okay. Well,
I mean, you wouldn't want to like take Elise away from Deep. That just like doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna get into our 3-minute delay. Let's talk about shit. Jinx, Jax, and Shyvana are pretty auto attack dependent. So I think if Deep gets ahead and he has the room to do so, a Frozen Heart would work wonders.
Mm-hmm.
Leopold or Deep could both build Randuins.
Right.
And that's going to help stop them. So yeah, there is a Shyvana jungle who has decent clear speed, but I don't know about her gank ability. I don't think it's very good.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, all she can do is run up to you and keep her burnout on and maybe try to...
She doesn't provide any CC at all, just a lot of AoE damage, a lot of chasing, and...
Yeah, I mean, at least... I mean, she provides a little bit when she gets her dragon form, but besides that, there's...
I guess you could rush like Pharaoh Flare, Blade of the Rune King for a little bit of a slow, and then maybe Randuin's for more slow, but she brings 0 hard CC other than her original descent, which can be stopped. Look at this very dive-heavy comp. Karthus is want to get into the center. Shyvana's want to get into the middle, causing havoc, and Jax is just going to dive that Lucian and dive that Tristana. But we see on the other side, Elise is going to bring long-range single-target CC. Jarvan's going to bring single-target lockdown, or just like lockdown in general, and then has a knock-up. And Tristana has a way to get herself out and push things back. Lucian can jump away, and Jenna, one of the greatest disengagers in the game. So
yeah. I mean, it is a little bit weird having a Janna and a Jarvan on the same team, but I guess Tristana doesn't. It'll be nice peel for like when you have a late game Tristana, who everyone's trying to jump, I guess. Although it is an AP Tristana, so I'm not entirely sure. She'll probably be hoping to jump around and get resets anyway. So I guess that Janna would probably be spending most of her time trying to keep people off of Lucian.
Yeah,
whereas,
definitely.
Man, I keep forgetting about that. The Tristana's not that easy.
The thing is, like, AP Tristana, like, okay, there's pretty good burst damage with the W and their ult, right? But like the ult is huge in your burst damage. The E is a dot damage stack, proc, and like, okay, you can jump around, right? But you're basically gonna just jump in, get a kill, and then jump back out.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like I don't think her W does that much damage on its own. It does provide a little bonus.
Yeah. And the one thing is, I'm really curious as to what the Shyvana's gonna build. Like, if she's actually gonna build Feral Flare and then Blade of the Ruined King, or if she's gonna go like Feral Flare and then full tank, because I don't think that their team has like a true tank besides
Yeah, they definitely need a tank presence, and Jax is not going to be rushing.
Right. Jax will hopefully be building, you know, Bork and then Triforce, or at least in either order, and then build his tank items when he gets the chance.
I think Jarvan should have a pretty solid time in this matchup, just because he has pretty long range attack Q. And his ability to shred that armor is probably very early.
Right.
And then of course he provides a little bit more CC. He can escape pretty well from ganks if they decide to come. Pretty strong dueler in general, and Jax is not the strongest until he gets some items. I really like this this Blitzcrank pick though. Diabetes is definitely looking to make plays. Set up his Jinx to start carrying the game. Make picks from the jungle from Fog of War. Not the greatest at sieging unless you can hit a hook and pull someone out from under the tower. And honestly, there's not a whole lot of things you want to like have be pulled in, right? Lucian gets pulled in, he's gonna die unless he gets to dash away really, really quickly. That's pretty hard. Elise, I guess, can repel. You gave Jarvan a gap close. He's gonna ult you, but the rest of the targets on the team look pretty juicy for that Blitzcrank.
Yep. This should be an interesting game. I guess I didn't look at summoner spells. Looks like Karthus going Exhaust.
Yep, that's pretty good.
Over heal or barrier or something, which is keeps people within his E range, or it makes it harder for them to get out anyway.
Yeah, and the way that Tristana is going to be played as a single target first assassin, I really like how they're doing that. Oh god, I have to control the camera. And we have a pause. Alrighty. Alright, so last game with my team and I don't remember whose team we played actually. I think it was Ben's team. There wasn't a pause in the entire like 20 odd minutes, but we have a pause in the first 11 seconds. So can we play Aram? I only play Aram. I hear you, brother.
A summoner has reconnected.
So
I need to like mess with all of the camera settings, I think. How do I do that? Oh, here it is. Okay, yep.
Dan, did you check your Skype?
Yeah, I saw. Alright, so pretty standard starting items. Although Jack's starting with D-Blade.
Yeah, that's pretty.
It's kind of ambitious.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say rare, I would say ambitious.
Oh, Dan, don't forget to change the orders.
Yep, I did already.
Okay.
It's already been covered. I ain't no scrub, dude. Alright, so I'm just gonna use directed camera and use my mouse to point things. Alright, actually I'm gonna follow Deep.
30 seconds.
What's going on with Deep? Nope, he's just gonna back off. Put his ward down, back off. Looks like an invade? Perhaps a late invade? Or are they just securing their own bottom side buffs? Looks like Jax will not be joining the skirmish. Is he gonna award his jungle buff on his way up, like Jarvan did?
Minions
No, looks like he's just gonna guard it.
Yeah.
So I guess these are relatively standard safe starts for the junglers.
I don't
Oh.
think that red team was spotted in when they were pushing their ward in the banana brush, but Jack should
Yeah, I
be
don't
pretty
think
careful. Okay, so it looks like standard starts. They're both going to start on the bottom side of the map. It doesn't look like the laners are looking for early level 2.
Yeah, they're being good friends and actually helping out with the leash.
Yep. Okay, so Elise secures her blue. Shyvana secures her red. Shyvana has pretty good clear time with her burnout. It looks like, wow, she's going straight to wolves and then blue, I'm assuming, instead of doing like a race on the way. Whereas Deep is doing wolves, and then I'm assuming the race, and then.
Yep. And I mean, Shyvana has pretty good clear, but Elise's clear is pretty fast too, because of her spiderlings and her W in particular, increasing their attack speed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
So yeah,
Look at
but-
Karthus. Karthus just got chomped in a pretty big trade.
dang. And Karthus did end up starting Crystalline Flask, so he has a bit more sustain, and probably can afford to take a few more trades.
Yeah.
Than
But
the
it's just-
Tristan.
Tristana has just used the second half plot.
Mhm.
Tristana really has to be careful about zoning Karthus out, because Karthus comes in from a long way. Oh, looks like
Oh, looks like there's a gank
Wow,
top
Jenna.
lane.
General's got gold, a great Q, and Jinx's Q got blocked by minion. So, yep, they get a little bit of free damage onto Jenna.
Yep. Meanwhile, in top lane, there was an attempted gank by Shyvana.
Smart
But,
word, it looks like.
Right. I mean, again, there's really not much that Shyvana can do at that point. Oh, looks like Jax is going in. He
Wow,
gets the
Jax
counter
is gonna get
strike.
the trade, and wow, 1v1 kill. Looks like Jarvan wasn't too careful about attacking in the minion wave. And,
Yeah.
yep, Deep's gonna come up and cover this. No, Deep is gonna set up for the 1v2 counter. Oh,
He gets the
great
cocoon.
but no
but
vision
does-
of Jax, and
Yep.
let's see if they can close on them this kill. They might have to flash. I don't think they're gonna get this. Jax is already back. No, that's-
Yeah. Oh, and Jax is
Wow,
gonna turn
Jax
this,
is gonna go back in.
but he has very little
Wow.
mana.
Jax
And-
is playing out of his mind right now. 15 farm, first blood. Alright, so how do you want to do this? Do you want to split up camera views and so that we can point out when something's actually happening? Because we can't see everything.
Yeah. I guess you can pick a lane. I can probably do. Like, okay, yeah, that's fine.
So I'm really
And I'll-
interested to see in how this will strength. But he does have the hook and he gets the Lucian, but a great dash away before he can get the auto attack off to knock him out.
Yeah, not much activity going on elsewhere in the map. The junglers are going back to trying to farm their jungle, and mid laners are just, farming as usual. If you look at the items, Jax actually has a finished Vamp Scepter over Jarvan, so that'll help him in lane.
Wow, this Jinx is getting really low from the repeated auto attacks and Qs from Lucian. And it's interesting to say, Lucian is definitely going to out-poke Jinx in this laning phase.
Oh, there's a gank
wow,
mid lane.
this mid lane, and yep, there's that jump. Get it away. Exhaust was used earlier, it looks like, so it didn't have it left for that fight. Yep, pretty simple stuff. We can see that Shyvana's already got her Madreds, rushing to that barrel flare. And is that going to be a loot kill on the... Oh no! He's going to eat a lot of minion grass, and he's going to pay for that. It's like, Knight is not going to finish him off. He paid really dearly for that flash.
But both junglers are heading down bot to try to make something happen. And they walk away, because both of their ADs are pretty low. Meanwhile, in top lane, there's a little bit of a trade going on.
Yeah. So both heals were used bot lane, but that's about it. And Jinx is gonna try to catch up on Farmwall, which recalls. She's behind by 10 right now. Meanwhile, Jax has already surpassed Jarvan with that first blood, and is already bullying him with that Bam Scepter.
Here comes a counter strike.
Yep.
Gets an empowered strike, and
Wow, so a good trade back from Jarvan, but he's quite low on mana, and he has not gotten to level 6 in time.
and here's the level 6.
Jax can
first.
definitely dive this. No, this one. Not enough mana, I guess. Because that level 6 is going to give him the Grandmaster Might Strikes. Huge for this power spike. Okay, so looks like Deep was spotted out over by the banana brush by a blue ward, maybe, because they pinged it. Let's see if he gives the blue buff. Looks like he will. I guess he doesn't need it because Tristana's not gonna be autoing or like really trading. She just uses E on her enemy in lane and cleans the wave really well with the E passive. So yep, Elise is gonna take it. That's fine. Yeah, so I think that the top lane is gonna be swayed by a gank soon.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of painful for Jarvan at the moment because he's completely out of mana. He can't afford to trade with the Jax.
Wow, there's that stun.
Yeah.
Oh,
Takes a
by
turret.
Jax takes 2 tower shots. That's gonna even up a little bit more. But yeah, he's too low. He's got no mana. He's not really gonna get any farm like this. Yep. Let's see. Both junglers looks like they're coming to the top side of the map. They're gonna do their respective buffs maybe, and then come up top. Looks like. Let's see. Bot lane. They're gonna put some damage onto this tower. Jinx, one of the best tower killers in the entire game with the minigun. And she has a first item pickaxe. I guess she's. I mean, that does
Probably
work towards
IE
her.
rush.
Yeah, that definitely helps with the IE, which is
Oh.
kind of the standard start. Like, IE, maybe
Looking at the junglers top lane, Shyvana caught out Elise a little bit
Yeah.
right after getting her red, but not much comes of it.
Yeah, and with help of Jax being able to close in and Jarvan already backed off, there's nothing Elise can do. She's got to back off too.
Yeah.
And let's see, Shyvana's going to reap the benefits of that. She's going to do a little bit of counter jungling and see if she... Oh, no, doesn't leave a little wraith behind. But she will go for a gank onto Tristana, and let's see... they definitely pinged it out. Let's see how Colin chooses to react to Tristana. Playing a little ballsy, but Shyvana's just going to back off. And actually, Tristana goes all in.
Oh wow!
Very nice. Ignite looks like was used a little while ago, not just now, but her full combo.
Oh, look at top lane. Jax is going on deep, and
Yep, Shyvana.
he's able to
There it is.
repel to
Shyvana's
the.
gonna grab that kill.
Yeah, he tried to repel and then flash, I think, but messed up his flash after going to double golem.
And,
So
he expresses his frustration in the all chat.
yeah.
Okay, so looks like Lucian is going for Link of the Ruined King first item, and that's a great grab. Let's see what they can make of it. He's gonna dash away, using calling for a little bit of return damage. He's gotta be careful of that Death Rocket. Great executing move. Let's see if they can close the gap. They're eating a little bit of minion aggro.
Oh, that knockup
that's a
actually
lot of
hit.
damage. That's
And-
a lot of damage return. And let's see if they choose to focus correctly. Great
Both
exhaust.
heals. Yeah.
Flash away. Rocket. Doesn't get flashed through, but the shield blocks most of the damage. And let's see if Lucian can... Nope, just the one. Oh,
And there's a
this is
teleport
TP,
coming in
TP.
though.
Let's see if they can get out in time. Jax is coming in. Elise is coming back in for the save. Gets one kill. Jarvan's coming in. Let's see. Look at this fight.
Oh, that was a really good
fight,
ult.
But just see, both teams are filling up, and looks like Jax and Shyvana are both running away. Cactus added his ult for a little bit of team-wide damage, but didn't really sway the entire fight. And let's see if red team can close in on Jax. Blue carry still returning, and
So I believe overall that was a 1 for 2, if I'm not mistaken. Blue team got one. Oh wow.
yep, they only lost Jenna, but they got both things. Wow, the Cactus double kill. They're fighting right in that Cactus aura, and Cactus could get a triple. Shyvana's gonna take it. Yep, so that was a 1 for 3, and blue team's gonna claim the dragon now for not acting quickly.
So yeah, that was really good. I mean, purple team probably had no right to stay.
Shyvana is still taking this. I don't know what blue team is doing. They should definitely help out. Okay. Shyvana's gonna get out with under 100 health points.
Yeah, purple team got a little bit greedy. Like, it's true they had the positioning, but everyone was so low after all of the fighting, and
Yeah,
they really
they didn't really have any ultimates. They blew them all in that team fight. So, like, Shyvana didn't have to ult. Karthus just stood in the middle. He didn't even have to die to get all of his damage off. They were just fighting over the Karthus aura. He did a lot of damage. That's gonna help his power spike. Is he back? Where is he? Yep, he's already bought, and he's working to that Rod of Ages. Wow, look at that Tristana though. She is looking scary. High CS aside from Lucian, and rushing that DFG for single time first.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'd say both teams scale pretty well into the late game, but
Yeah,
like
for sure.
right now, both Jax, Shyvana, and Karthus have 2 kills, and those are some pretty scary champions to get early kills on.
For sure, and Elise doesn't get pulled. That could have paid dearly for that little bit of a face check.
Wow, all the skill shots missing there. The hook and
that was pretty sloppy by both.
Yeah.
Tristana looked like was roaming down for the gank. Karthus went back really quickly after getting a little bit more CS to finish that Rod of Ages, start the 10-minute timer. That's like a ticking time bomb. Once Karthus gets really big, that's pretty scary. Karthus, Jax, Jinx, some of the scariest freaking champions in the entire game.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely both teams have excellent team fighting ability, pretty good scaling. I would give the edge to blue team just because they have Jax, because they have Jinx. Shyvana's going to be an unkillable monster if she gets enough gold. Wow, great pull, and even better dash away. But
Look at mid lane.
Janna's going to pay for, I think, his mistakes. Culling used, I think, a little prematurely, because you're going to get more damage just by using your auto attacks and your abilities. And Shyvana is gonna go for the enemy red buff. They must have eyes on deep. Taking this blue and
Oh, that was a really good pull. Bot lane. Oh, this might end up being a kill, and no, Janna has her ult.
Let's see.
But is the Jinx rocket available?
Good block. Really great
that
block.
That was really good.
And both teams get out. And Jinx is gonna be able to put a lot more hurt on this tower though.
And maybe even catch up in CS. Looks like she's down like 25 CS.
Wow, this is really ambitious of Lucian. He's staying here. I think he's gonna have to back up. Yeah. If he gets pulled, he's just absolutely dead. So we can see that Tristana has finished her DFG. 100 CS, pretty good. And, it looks like Deep warded over the wall and didn't see that there's still a little wizard. Jax is putting some big damage while Jarvan is away. Alright, let's go take the first tower. And blue team has a commanding 3k gold lead, 15 minutes in. With 2 towers and a dragon advantage. Good pink ward clear. Oh, let's see if he pays. I don't think he will though. They don't have enough damage.
Yeah, oh, an
Or do
exhaust
they?
is used.
I think they can clean it up now.
The mana shield might just be enough to save him, but any flashes
flash.
and Elise
Let's see
misses
if
the kicker.
Tristana wants to... Nice. That's gonna do it. Yep. Great. The double gap close using her flash as a second one, and let's see if they can push something for this. Like something mid. Jarvan's gonna get some sweet solo farm and start pushing back. Jinx is making her way up.
Blue team's turret has
Oh,
been
she's pushing her back. They've taken the tower, so it's 2-1. Still a little bit of a group lead. So, let's talk about some items. Lucian has a pretty big CS lead and 1 kill up on Jinx. Therefore, that gold. Can they clear the blue ward? Yep. Blue pink ward is taken out. But anyway, back to that point. Lucian already has a Blade of the Rune King, which obviously is going to amplify his damage against. Oh, what the hell?
Oh
are they
no,
doing?
he's top lane.
Is Lucian even paying attention? He's just walking through it. Okay. Oh, good flash, and wow, a double coat. Wow, the blade actually doesn't quite finish them off. He almost was able to out-tech him, but Deep is going to clear the shutdown bonus, and Jax is... Wow, Jax takes out
Jax
another
actually
one.
gets the kill, but Elise does end up getting a double kill, so that somewhat
great.
helps the situation.
And they're going to go all in onto this card. Let's see. Yep, good stun, and let's see if the DFG DFG something goes out or not. I'm really curious to see what else that you saw. Let's see. So yeah, let's talk about that. Lucian just kind of waltzed through that tri-brush, even though they had vision of Jax at his tower, Shyvana standing in the brush. They just placed a red ward there, and he just walked through, ate a lot of damage, was forced to shield, use his heal and use his flash, gets 2 assists, but loses his own life in the process. In the end, I think it was a 2-for-2 trade. Can I rewind?
Yo, Dan, you might want to. You either want to increase the. I think you should lower the game volume. Because we're pretty quiet on this stream.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright, so I am. Alright, so where are you? I'm in 1705. Can you pause? Right now.
1705.
Or they just said ready.
Yeah, they just said ready.
Are you watching the Twitch chat right now?
Not at the moment. I'm just on the spectate client. Okay, looks like they've unpaused in
Yep,
3, 2, 1.
Okay, so we're all caught up and yeah, no. Oh wow. Let's see if Lucian can catch out this. Yep, just gonna clear up those minions, get some farm. The CS lead on Lucian's side has decreased a little bit, but while Lucian was fighting, but Jinx is still behind in item fighting.
Yeah, so Jinx, she has that Vamp Scepter for the lifesteal, but then she also has, I think she got the pickaxe first, right?
Yep, she rushed.
If I remember. So looks like she's still probably going for the Infinity Edge, but wanted to get the lifesteal for some sustain.
Yep. You often see just straight double Dorns and rushing IE because you don't want to waste time getting 800 gold Vamp Scepter.
Right.
Unless they changed that, I'm not sure if they did. It used to be a Vamp Scepter.
It looks like everyone's congregating around Dragon. I'm a
Dragon
little bit
is
interested.
But both teams have a little bit of vision. Blue team just in the pit, red side a little bit more widespread.
They're both just like prancing around Dragon. No one really wants to engage. Which
Both
team
teams are
do you
here
think
in
would?
force, though.
Which team do you think would have the?
Oh,
Oh,
Lucian
there's a
gets
hook
hooked.
onto Lucian.
A great wall, and let's see if Lucian can make, or let's see if Practice can make his way. He's trapped in the pit, and both teams are on the outside, but they don't want to fight in the pit. Jinx is firing rockets from the outside. Lucian gets a double kill.
Oh, and
Oh, the Jinx
rocket
Eruption makes 2. She
misses.
would have hit. Great.
But she does get a consolation kill onto the
Let's see if
Lucian.
she can catch up to the Elise. Not quite. Oh, gets a good stun, but
And,
it's
yeah.
not gonna be any follow-up.
Yeah, Jinx should probably just get out and help Shyvana finish off the Dragon. So overall, I think a 2 for 3 for blue team, and they'll, or 3 for 2 for blue team, and they'll end up getting the Dragon. So